Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe, and this is an exclusive video for our 60andMe supporters. Hi everybody. Well, it is beautiful days. It's still winter, but spring in the air, and I am off on an adventure. I'm going to Neuchâtel, and Neuchâtel is on the western side of Switzerland. As you know, Switzerland is enclosed by 4 countries: Italy, France, Germany, and Liechtenstein. And so I'm going west today, and Neuchâtel is very close to the French border, and it's supposed to be very beautiful. It's a medieval town. It's got an old castle and museum, and there's noise in the background. This is the early morning in Zug. I'm just jumping on the train soon. But anyway, it's supposed to be very beautiful, and it's on a lake, Lake Neuchatel, and apparently it's a gorgeous lake, and there's a boat that goes on it, so that's something I'll try. But anyway, just wanted to take you along on the adventure with me. Most Fridays now I'm going on these little adventures into the different parts of Switzerland, and hoping that you enjoy it with me. Hope that you're doing great. I know it's tough times out there in the world, and for me, travel is kind of my little escape, and I'm happy to take you with me. Take care, everybody. Well, this is what I'm seeing as I am walking into the town of Neuchâtel. It's really beautiful. It's like a windy road going down into the town, and there's a university at the base, and I think a beach. But this is just incredible, really lovely. Well, I'm sure there's a beautiful story that goes along with this painting on the side of a house as I go down the hill. It's just amazing. This is very cool. As I'm walking down the street into the town, it's just so French. I mean, it really is incredible how in Switzerland you go from one country to another and the whole place changes. English is not spoken here as much as French, and it's just such a French feeling. I'm hearing the voices and sounds around me. I could be transported to Paris. Already I'm lost. It's okay. I just met a really lovely woman who doesn't speak any English, so I was using my translate tool just to get to the old town. But it's a really big city. I was expecting it to be quite a smaller place. But anyway, I'm just wandering along. There's a little park here, and apparently I go to the droite, the left, and I'll find the old town. Okay, deep breaths. Okay, so I'm walking down a side street parallel to the beach, and apparently there's a couple of museums, the Musée des Beaux-Arts and a few others. And there's so many cars parked here, but I'll show you the buildings. Really beautiful. The lake is beautiful, and there are just boats everywhere along the lake shore. Really remarkable. Sunny day. Well, this is the Musée des Beaux-Arts, and it's just beautiful. No one here today. It seems to be not open, but I'll get a closer shot of this doorway. Well, I've only been in Neuchâtel for 10 minutes, and I'm already completely amazed. It's a gorgeous city, and the Museum of Beaux-Arts is the more classical museum, and then just across here I think is another museum. But it's really remarkable. I'm going to have such a nice day here. Well, the lake is an experience all itself. I have to come back and have a look, but it's a very large lake and just beautiful. And I'm walking now in towards the old town, and it's a kind of interesting mixture. It seems to be there's modern shops and then old ones side by side. So we'll see, but it's such a lovely day. I keep saying that, but it is. And hope that you're doing well too. I love taking you along on these journeys with me. I hope that you're having fun watching. Super cool little cafe, very French. Yeah, like so many places in Switzerland, the old towns are, they've got the old medieval facades and windows, but they've got modern shops underneath them, McDonald's and, these clothing stores. Yeah, so it's really interesting to see how that all evolves, but it's a nice town, beautiful town. Well, I finally found the old town. It's just so lovely. Okay, I'm going to keep walking here. There's a beautiful church up ahead. Can you see? Well, we always have these moments, don't we, when we're traveling? And I just had one. So I'm just wandering around Neuchatel, the old town, and climbing up this hill. I think it leads to the chateau. But I found this bookstore, and it's an old bookstore, and I saw some beautiful postcards outside. So I bought a postcard and I went in to pay, and it was the most incredible experience. You know, I don't know whether I've mentioned. I'm sure I have, that I lived in when I lived in the States. I worked in book selling. I started as a textbook buyer, and then I was a trade buyer, and and I worked in publishing for a long time. And of course I wrote a book, several different things associated with books. But when I walked into this place, it just really made me so emotional. It's beautiful. The books were just old, first edition, beautiful, archaic books. I just had a moment of just memory of how beautiful working with books is, and also how in my life, I think I've mentioned this too, but there was a point where I was offered a job working for a bookstore, a big bookstore, Barnes & Noble in Dallas. I think it was Dallas, and I turned it down to go to Microsoft. My husband at the time was then offered a job, and we went together, and then life changed. But I often wonder sometimes what would have happened if I stayed and and managed a bookstore and stayed in book selling. Obviously it's in my heart still. It's not going to go away. Well, I'm not sure what street this is or where it's going, but the buildings are incredible. I think it leads up to the castle, but just beautiful. And I discovered this lovely bookstore just there. Okay, I found another cool street. Neuchatel is amazing. I'm going to come back here for a couple of days and just investigate. This is a very long street. There's cars parked all along, but each building has an amazing door. I'll do a quick shot in a minute, but I love doors. And there's something that's always similar about all the doors in a city. I've noticed that. And this one has definitely got a definite appeal. But I'll see one behind me, for example. They're just strong and really, really beautiful. But they've got a femininity about them too. They've got these lovely intricate railings or decorative pieces. So I'll take some pictures so you can see the doors of Neuchatel. This looks like a very cool place. It's foods, but mostly from France. Incredible. Yay! I'm going in. Okay, I have just found the most beautiful painting on this alley. I don't know whether it's an art school or it's just fantastic, and I'm taking some pictures here so you can enjoy it. It's really lovely. The colors are just gorgeous, and it's a beautiful sunny day. Could not be better. Neuchâtel is a beautiful city. Totally eclectic, very quirky, but I love it.